All right, guys, welcome to our Wednesday night training. I'm super excited tonight because it is on a topic that I think is so relevant and so important. And I think honestly that so many people overthink the process of what they need to do. And you spend so much time reading and learning and you're not applying. And I think it's one of the things that is a big misunderstanding in this business and in this industry as a whole. When people join, they don't realize that these actions on a daily basis, like the actions that are actually income producing that you can control on a daily basis, it's going to be the game changer in your business. It's going to be how you build your network. It's going to be how you're connecting with people. It's going to be every aspect of it. It's how you meet people is by staying consistent, and that's how you're going to build their trust. And along the lines, that's how you're going to end up building your business over time. And let me tell you guys something: when you see somebody be successful, try not to compare. I'm not sure why people are coming unmuted here. Okay. If you guys are on your phone, if you could go ahead and mute it, that would be wonderful. Just so we don't have anybody coming unmuted while we're live. But the thing is that as we grow, I don't know why I'm not on there. Hold on a second. There. Okay. We kept on having random people pop up. Guys, look, I'm not used to doing the speaker view, so I'm trying to get it. And now it's weird because my face is like real big when I'm talking. That's weird. But anyways, whenever you get started and you're seeing people come in and you're like, what is it that they're doing that I'm not doing? I can assure you, they're probably doing some of the things that we're going to talk about tonight. So pull out your pen and paper, take some notes. I want you to realize that it does not matter your rank on this team. Bringing value is bringing value. And one of the very first guests that I'm going to pull on tonight is somebody that is an up and coming leader. I mean, she is somebody who I can see being a 200K, somebody I can see walking across that stage, somebody that I can see sharing her tips. And because she teaches and shares the things that she's doing for herself. And that is what it takes in order to help build a team, to help your team learn the things that you're doing on a daily basis. And I can tell you, leaders don't happen overnight. They develop over time. So with that said, I know she's probably like, can you be serious, Amanda? Did you really just say all of that? But yes, because like I told her before we came on, at some point, she's going to believe in herself and see herself the same way I see her. So Brittany, my partner in crime that makes really awesome playlists for morning time power hours, I would like you to go ahead and start us off tonight because you have so much to share in regards to how this changed your business. And before Brittany comes on, I want to say this. Back in August, Brittany was on a call with me, a Lavelle Live call. And at that point, I mean, I was already starting to see these things start to develop within her because she was always on Zoom. She was always on call. She was always plugging into the team page. She has phenomenal results. And I saw something and she started like bringing just different things to the table. And it was because she is a green personality. And some of you greens are going to love what she has to say. And Brittany created these bingo sheets, and some of you guys might have seen them to help her on a daily basis. So Brittany, do you want to go ahead and unmute yourself, my dear, and share a little bit about how things have changed since August and just kind of what you've done since then and how it's helped you?
So hi, I'm Brittany Hyder. So when we did the Destination to 12K challenge, we had, towards the end, they had a bingo card, and I loved it. I loved how it made me do how many squares are, oh, that's my whole face. Okay. It made me do a bunch of things outside of my comfort zone, but I felt like I was competing with myself. And like she said, I'm a very green personality. I'm obsessed with spreadsheets. I like competing with myself. I like having a task list in front of me saying, okay, this is what you need to get done. Now get it done. And that's what the bingo cards helped me with. So after that challenge, I was like, just because this 1 month is done doesn't mean my business is done. I'm not done running. I have so far I want to go and so much that I want to accomplish. Why don't I make something that works for me? And that'll work for other people who are like me, who, I didn't know what I was doing when I came into this business. This is the first network marketing business I've ever done. My direct upline is still with the company, but everybody above us until Amanda just disappeared. So we were just out there floundering until that challenge. And then, so I made those and they've really helped. I went from 0 promoters to I've got like 9 promoters under me right now. I went from 0 customers to several customers under me right now. I went from selling 0 minis to I sell 6 and 10-day minis at least once, 1, 2, 3 times a week. So it's really helped with the focus, with telling me what I need to get done and how to get it done and how to accomplish it.
I absolutely love that because I mean, you guys, you just heard. I mean, this isn't me saying this. This is Brittany's telling you, like, this is where she was. And then she started doing this, X, Y, and Z, and it completely changed everything for her. And I want each one of you guys to realize, like, we're in a time right now where what you've done over the past couple months is probably starting to kind of come to bloom right now. And over the next couple weeks, you're going to see this gigantic growth happen for some. You're not going to see it happen for all. You're going to see it happen for the people that have been getting mini experiences out, the people that are adding new friends every day, the people that are connecting every single day with new people every single day. I can tell you by doing these actions, as repetitive as it sounds, everybody says, what is the secret sauce? The secret sauce is literally getting the initiative to do the work, to actually, make the stuff happen. And Brittany, if there is one thing that you would say that, besides the bingo sheets, that has been a game changer for your consistency, what would you say it is?
You got to show up for your own business. No one's going to do it for you. It's just like any other job. If I owned my own company, but I never went to work every single day, how the hell am I going to make a paycheck? Oh, sorry. But how are you going to make a paycheck? This is your paycheck. This is your job. This is your livelihood. You have to show up to grow up.
I love that. I absolutely love that. And it's so, so true. And I think with that, unless you've got something else to add, it truly is a breakdown. Do you want to, well, I'll let Stacy break down some of the daily activities here in just a bit. But, the thing is, guys, is that what Brittany's telling you is that she went from one place here. Brittany, I'll take you off I'll do you the honor and go back to the big screen. What Brittany's told you is that she went from a place where she had no promoters, that now she has 9. She went from having, a couple customers to now she has multiple. She didn't say that she hit her first rank, but she did. Okay. She didn't share that part. But the reality of it is that in order to change where you are right now, you have to get consistent and you have to show up. And if what you have in front of you isn't helping you, you have to take that initiative to make something like Brittany did. She made a bingo. She's just like, you know what? Why? That push is exactly what it was formulated for, was to help people get in the habit of finding vendor events, doing locals, adding new friends, meeting new people. And it was different ways of doing that, getting on a schedule, getting minis out, how to do a 3-way call, how to do a live, all of those things. They were little bits and pieces of literally everything I learned over the past 6 years, like piled into a short period. But the problem is that most people do those pushes and then they stop. They just come to a stop. And the reality of it is that the more you do it, the more efficient you get doing it and on a daily basis. So thank you so much, Brittany. Totally appreciate you for that so much. And we can, I think we have, if you could, Brittany, I know you uploaded them to Level Up, but would you upload those to the Dream Team?
Yeah, I actually updated them today since there were some duplicates on that one sheet, but yes, I
Yay!
will.
Yay!
And
Thank
I'll
you
put
so
the
much.
spreadsheet on there too.
Yay! Thank you so much, dear. All right, so let's get Talissa is up next. And let me tell you guys something. Talissa, I want to find you on the screen so I can bring you up and make you have a big face too, like all of us. This is hard to find somebody. Oh, there you are. Oh, look, and her hair's so pretty. Let me tell you this, guys. Talissa literally is one of the busiest people. Every time I turn around, she is Dance for Fit. She's doing a video, doing her makeup. I see her on Instagram all the time. You know, she gets up, she's on Central Time. She gets up every morning at 5:30. She's been getting up. We met in the middle. Sometimes you get up at you're up at 5 though, and she's there at 6 a.m. when I'm on the dot. But for the most part, she, you know, the thing is that she's showing up because she was like, I need to start getting up early. I said, oh, game on. Let's do it. Let's do it, Talissa. Let's do it. And I don't know if she thought I was serious or not, but we've been doing 6 a.m. power hours ever since. And yes, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we get up. We start power houring it with everybody, and Brittany included. Brittany's always there as well. And we pop up one of those bingo sheets. I'm not creative, but I know how to utilize this. And then, you know, we start pounding it out and play music and jam. So anyways, Talissa, my dear, you want to share with everybody how doing this stuff and getting in a rhythm, especially with your schedule, how it's been a game changer.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm going to make you big though. And
Oh, okay.
Hold on a second. Let me
fine. Oh my God. Okay, this is weird. Okay, so first off, thank you so much, Amanda. And thank you for asking me to be on here. I am insanely busy. I have 4 kids, you guys, in every activity possible. I work this business. I also am a social media consultant for a brick and mortar store, so I run their social media. I teach Dance to Fit. I'm a beauty influencer, so I have my own page. I do that. I do a little bit of everything, and now I'm coaching my son's soccer league. So you name it, and I'm there. I'm on the PTO. I'm on the library board. I'm all over the place, and that keeps me busy. So Amanda and I were talking about 3 weeks ago. Amanda, it's been 3 weeks since we've been doing this. Power hours in the morning. I was like, I just do not have enough time in my day. And I have a girl on my team, and she would get up at 4 o'clock every morning because she has 2 kids in college. And I'd be like, man, I really want to do that, but man, I just love my sleep. And I'm a night person. I'm up to like midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. I need my sleep in the morning. And she was like, okay, but when you do it, it'll change everything. And I'm like, okay, girl. Okay, Brooke, you're okay. Okay, I'm cheering you on. And then finally, me and Amanda spoke, and I was like, I need to do this. I just don't have enough time in my day. And my alarm goes off at 4:45, and I'm usually on there by 5:15 my time in the morning, and I'll stay on till about 6:30, 6:45, and then I start getting my kids ready for school. But by doing that, it's helped me so much because I'm so busy. I don't have enough time. So what I will tell you, if you're somebody that has a busy schedule, if you work, if you have kids, if you're in this and you're in that, maybe you're working 2 jobs. This is a priority to me. This is my full-time income. And for me, I realized that I needed to get up earlier. Kelly, can you tone it down for me just a second? That's a kid. So with all that being said, I needed to get up earlier. I didn't have enough time in my day. So I'm making that sacrifice to give up some sleep to get some extra work done. And it is paying off tremendously for me. Brittany has made the bingo sheets, which if you guys don't know what those are, she's going to show you. But you can make a goal to make a bingo happen. Whether it's up and down, whether it's sideways, whether it's angling, however you want to do it, go for several bingos a day. I'm a check off a list kind of girl. So Amanda, I think you made these. And they are a list. There's a check-off list, things to do, and it says Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We don't quit on the weekends. Now, getting up at 4:45 a.m., I do not do on the weekends, unless I have to. But this is a check-off list. So this gives me every task to do, and I can go through here, and I'm like, we're instant gratification kind of people, okay? That's why people like get plastic surgery and everything else. So if I do it and I check it off and I see that I'm doing it, in my mind, I'm like, I'm taking over the world right now. I am rocking this. And so I have to see a check mark by it. So I'm a list kind of girl. So I'll pull out this in the morning on Mondays and I'm like, yep, took my 3 steps. Your 3 steps are on here. Mark them off. And I go down the line. And once you create that habit, that flow, it'll become natural to you. So therefore, I don't even have to necessarily look at that list anymore. I can just go through there automatically. And I know we all know we're going to take our 1, 2, 3 first thing in the morning. But then after that, I know that I am going to go and I'm going to make an inspirational post in the morning. I'm going to go do my birthdays. I'm going to go post to my stories. And now here's another thing that I've really gotten into the habit of doing, and it's helping me tremendously, is if you go to my Facebook page, you will not see a lot of Thrive thrown up on my page. And that's one of my biggest tip, you guys, is getting into this, is be you. Don't lose yourself, and just don't be like thrive. Show who you are. Show who Brittany is. Show who's Amanda. Show who Becky is. Show who you are, and incorporate your Thrive and Lavelle into that. So what I do is I post about 3 times, 4 times max a day, but I blow it up in my stories. I consider my Facebook wall like my highlight reel, and my stories are behind the scene. So every single morning, you're going to see a step 1. You're going to see a step 2. You're going to see a step 3. You're going to see me on a power hour first thing in the morning. And power hours are so important, you guys. Get on one because you're being held accountable. If I don't show up to a few, guess what Amanda's going to do? She's going to be knocking on my messenger. Girl, you said we were gonna do this. Where are you? And I'm gonna be like, I'm coming. Like, that's accountability. We're here to help each other. So make sure you're getting on one. But you have to figure out why you're in this business. So for me, I'm sorry, you're gonna see 500 kids run behind me. That's life. But you're gonna hear one on a video game. But you have to prioritize. Why are you in this business? Really sit there and think about it. Why are you in this business? Not because of your kids. Just don't say your kids. Don't be general. I want you to be specific. I want you to pull out some credit card debt. I want you to pull out your car note. I want you to pull out your mortgage payment, your electric bill. When you tie a number to your paycheck, it is going to push you harder than anything else. For me, if I don't make a paycheck, I might be in a box on the street because this is my full-time income, okay? But if you are just doing this part-time, spare time, pull out that credit card debt, pull out that car payment, and I want you to put it where you can see it. And say to yourself, if I don't make $300 this month, my car payment will not get paid. Will not get paid. Not, well, if I make $300, I'm going to pay my car payment. No, Linda, if you do not make $300 in Lavelle, they're going to tow your car away. Okay? You have to change that mindset, because when you change that mindset, you're going to get your butt up a little bit early, or you're going to stay up a little bit later. You're going to stay consistent on your messaging. You're going to stay consistent on your stories. You're going to stay consistent on your posting. You're going to stay consistent When somebody asks you at the store what that sticker is and not be like, oh, I'll talk to you about it next time. No, girl, we need to stay connected. I learned that from Chaz. We need to stay connected. Let's get on Facebook. Hand them your phone. Get connected. Stay connected. When you tie that you have to make a certain amount with this to pay this, and if you don't, it's not going to get paid, you will bust your hump a little bit harder. And you will find that you will give up sleep. You will give up TV. You will give up TV because it's not paying your bills. It's not going to pay your car payment. It's not going to keep your lights on, but this can. So you need to prioritize what's important to you and what you're going to do with your paycheck to help you stay consistent. If you're super busy, use your pee breaks. Okay, I haven't always worked this business from home full time. Use your pee breaks. Get up early, stay up later, do a little of both. That's what I do. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting off track and talking too much.
No. I'm glad that you said that, because you just nailed something super important that it's one of the reasons why I asked you to do this, because not only are you literally you're like my accountability partner when it comes to these mornings. Because you guys, listen, if Talissa wouldn't have said, Amanda, I really need to start getting up earlier, I wouldn't be getting up earlier. Okay. Even though I've been wanting to do it since Brooke was like, I get up at 4 a.m. That was a little too intimidating for me. Okay. I was like, 4 a.m. Listen, I worked midnight shift for almost 10 years as a nurse. And, like you just said, you haven't always worked this business from home. And I want each one of you guys to know, because some of you guys don't know this, but when I joined Lavelle, I was working full time, and I was working swing shift, 2 weeks days, 2 weeks nights. And then I went to just weekend nights because that's what I used to work, and that's where you make more money at. And that's what I was doing. And I can remember going 80K and being at work. I can remember going 200K and doing Zooms literally after I got done with my med passes. And I literally was doing opportunity, I was talking to people or messaging people when I could, but I mostly could not be on my phone. I remember I signed my first Australia promoter at 4 a.m. in the morning on my lunch break. Okay. So let me just tell you, I was dedicated. When I wasn't doing something, if I was not taking care of a patient, I was trying to get a minute to actually, if I was done with my work, to do the things that I needed to do for my business, because I knew that's how I was going to get back out. But see, the thing is that my intention was to get back out of out of the hospital. I didn't want to be working full time anymore. I fell in love with being home and owning my time and being able to go to my kids' games and helping my daughter because she has, pretty extensive ADHD, and she is in special education, and she does struggle a lot, and I needed to be there with her, and I wanted to bring my husband home. So those were my whys. Those were my goals. I knew that I couldn't make excuses. So I would get up early. I would stay up later. I did sacrifice some sleep. I would listen to calls to and from on my way to work, because they were a lot of times when I was at work. I hear people all the time that are like, I can't get on this Zoom, or I can't get on this Zoom. You guys, the recordings, the vault, seriously, you can catch all kinds of stuff just by logging in the vault and going and checking stuff out. But you have to be intentional. You don't need me to tell you to go and do a checkoff list every day. If you need to grow your business, the resources are there. You just have to start looking. And if you don't know and you can't find them, ask. And I promise you, somebody's going to tell you. As for power hours, there's no point at all to jump on a power hour just to listen. I'm going to be honest with you, because I get people that say, are these recorded? Absolutely not. They're not recorded. You guys, this is straight up hustle time. This is time that we're not talking unless it's asking a question, a clarification on how to do something better, or an idea of something to put out there. You have to take the initiative to say, I'm going to be a continuous learner. In fact, you have to set that mindset right now that you are never going to be finished learning. Things are always going to change just when you get the hang of it. That happened to me back in 2014 and 2015. What I was doing on Instagram completely changed. And I'll just tell you, it used to be you could put hashtags and you could erase the hashtags, then put new hashtags, and it would bump them to that search, you know, where there's like top post and recent post. Well, that wasn't a thing then. It just bumped them, right? But anyways, that changed. And when that changed, I had some adjustments and I ended up going back to Facebook and kind of falling off planet Instagram land. But I'll tell you what, I know that one of your main goals in this business, Tillis, don't go nowhere because I promise I'm coming back to you. But one of your main goals in this business is to reach new people, right? They can relate to. And Talissa, she told you that she has, you know, she's a beauty influencer and things like that. I'm going to tell you guys something. A year and 3 months ago, Talissa was not a beauty influencer. Okay. She was somebody that was like seriously obsessed with doing makeup. And I can remember being in Quebec, Canada at Jamie Pecca's leadership retreat, being like, Talissa, you need to do this. You need to do this. Like, you have something. And you guys, like, here's the thing. She did. She went and did it. And then it kept on growing. And she has so many leaders on her team and incredible ladies that she has met since then. And that is Talissa, right? And guess what? And she stays with that balance, but she keeps on trying to reach new people. Just like she told you, she's involved with the PTO. She's a soccer mom. Guess what? You better believe she's going to friend every single one of those parents that she possibly can. So you can see where even outside of getting your daily IPAs done, getting up early if you have to. Now, also, I want to clarify, it does not mean that you cannot watch TV. Okay. I don't want anybody to say, oh, yeah, gosh, you guys are like drill sergeants. All right. No, what it means is make yourself a list that you're not allowed to watch TV until you finish it. Have you messaged so many people? Have you posted to your stories? And stories, guys, are exactly what it is. Stories. It's like the back end of it. You know, if you pull up Talissa, she's really good about it. She's more consistent with it than I am. It's kind of giving people just a backward view. So Talissa, how has you, over these last couple of weeks, how has it, the one last tip that you could share with everybody, but how has, you know, waking up and getting this all finished really changed things for you?
Tremendously. Like, I'm not lying. I was so stressed out, like, put 10 black labels on me kind of day, because I had put myself in too much, which I have a tendency to do, but and I'm working on that, but it also opens me up to network with a lot of people. But I had put so much stuff on me, I was not getting things accomplished. And I think a lot of us too end up in the scrolling. We get to where we're like, I'm working, and I'm scrolling. And I was getting in that a little bit. So getting up earlier, number one, I'm feeling better about myself. I'm feeling like I'm getting more accomplished, because I am, but like I'm being more intentional. That's how my stories are also taking off, is because I'm making sure 1, 2, 3 is in my stories every single day. I'm adding polls. People are messaging me. People are interacting with my polls that maybe not interact on public Facebook. So that's helping me ton, where if I would have got up in the morning when I get my kids up, I would not have had time to sit there and take a picture and edited the story taking my capsules. I would not have the time to take that picture and edit it and make it as eye-popping and catching as I can with my shake or my DFT, because I'm trying to get up, hurry and get it in me and get my kids out the door. Or I'm trying to take it and then hurry and get to work. So by getting up earlier, I'm able to do that. So I will share that on my stories on Facebook, Instagram, and like someone just said, Snapchat as well. And somebody asked a question like, what do we do on power hours? How do you get on them? If you're not able to get on them, like say when we get on them in the morning or maybe late at night, some leaders pop them up during the day, but don't just focus and rely on somebody to host one to do one, you guys. Get a list together, and maybe what's on the bingo sheets, maybe what's on Amanda's list is maybe not something that fits around what you want to do for your business. Sit down with a pen and paper or get on your computer and take time and type one out for yourself. things that you want to get in the routine of. Just as some examples of things that I do every single morning is I'm a morning inspirational post. That's my first post, is something that is going to motivate and inspire somebody, because when they pull up their Facebook, I want them to smile. I want them to be happy. So I post something motivational, inspiring. I do my birthdays. I post on my stories. I go and engage. I add friends, and I do this on Facebook and on Instagram. I make sure to follow up, check in with your team, see how they're doing. Those are just some ideas for you. Not only engage, like as far as likes, comments in the comments, people in stories. When you respond to people in stories, it goes straight to their inbox. So go straight to their inbox. I do not do birthday posts. I do birthday videos. So I send a video of myself wishing them a happy birthday, and I really just make it personal that way. I have one video saved and everybody gets it. So I can just send it, and it's just real general, saying I know they're going to get blown up today on their wall in a messenger, and I didn't want to get lost because I just wanted them to send them something a little special. And that's what I send, and they love it.
It's so funny you said that, because I actually thought it was kind of creepy. I got a couple videos from people that I have never talked to before, and I was kind of weirded out by the people that I had never like had a personal conversation. I'm just a super, listen, you guys know me. I am just a super simple, to the point. Happy birthday. I hope you have an amazing day. Do you have any awesome plans? Or if I know the weather is absolutely terrible. Somebody came unmuted. If I know the weather is absolutely terrible where they're at, I might ask them if they have to travel anywhere today or to stay safe, especially if they're local to me, and kind of go from there. Talissa, one last thing, because I think it's important, because a lot of people are not utilizing those polls. Will you kind of share a little bit about how the polls are beneficial? I mean, I could go on and on about it, but you're quicker. So
Yeah, well, like
for minis and as customers.
Yeah, so my goal is to get a mini in somebody's hand, because I know if they try it, they're going to order. So I send out 6-day minis like crazy. And of course, I do charge for my minis. But doing polls like today, for example, I go to the gym in the morning. And so I was pouring in Circulate into my water bottle. And I just put a poll on there, do you work out? And you can edit them instead of just saying yes and no, cut and dry. Don't do that. Edit it. I never put like no, because I don't want them to automatically go to like the negative, or like just no, I don't want any. So I'll do yes. And then the other one I did no, but I want to start. And those were my 2 poll questions. I also do like, I'll do like a thread, like of me with my DFT. Like this morning I did my burn. Like, this is what my DFT does. This is what it does for me. And I'll break it down and I'll add GIFs and stuff. And then I'll click next. Then I'll put a before and after picture. That causes this. Next. And then this. It causes this. Then I'll do a third one with like my 1, 2, 3. Are you ready to work on your summer body with me? Heck yes. Almost not yet. Okay? So you can edit those questions, and then I'll even put on there, DM me information. Heck yes, let's do this. Was there a no in there? No, there wasn't a no. It was either send me a message or heck yes, I want to start. And not everyone's going to hit on your polls, but if you have 1 to 2 people hit on your polls, that's 1 to 2 leads that you didn't even know you had. And people are more likely to interact in your stories because they know, oh, Bob down the street is not going to see their comment. Or oh, cousin Sally's not going to be like, girl, you done tried 500 diets. It ain't going to work. Okay? They're going to do it in your story versus on a public
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be, guys, just polls and things about Lavelle either. The point is to start those conversations. So you can even pull up, those things that used to go around Facebook all the time. And they literally were so that people would comment. It's like, which nails would you pick? Blah, 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 right? All kinds of different stuff. Like, would you get a maid? Would you rather get rid of this or that or whatever? You can do fun things like that. And people will inbox you what they think. And then you're starting a whole different conversation with people. I signed a girl the other day. I can't remember what it was that she replied to. Oh, it was like, it wasn't even something to do with Lavelle, but in the messenger, she said, you sell Lavelle, right? Because I don't post it all over my page, like on Instagram. I don't post it all over. I mean, that I'm with, like, I use the products, but I don't plaster it a lot. I do it mainly in the stories as well. But I mean, every now and again, I might throw a before and after picture up, but I don't generally like to do that on my page. But everybody runs their thing different. But the thing was, anyways, the girl ended up relating to me. Oh, she related to me because I'm having surgery next month, and she's had the same surgery. Well, she wanted to know, like, she was like, she started talking to me about not having energy. And I was like, I feel incredible on a daily basis. And anyways, it led into her asking me. And then before you know it, she's signed up. And now she's like, now my husband's getting jealous because I'm using this and I'm feeling amazing. And he wants to get using it. Right. So I just want you guys to realize that you can make these polls and different stuff about anything. Just take people on a journey with you, because that is what's going to be relatable. Talissa has a beauty influencing, and she brings a lot of people in that way, but she shares in her stories, like, her kids, like, stuff going on with her kids, and lets them see that other side of it, just like I do with, like, Leah and homework and softball and dance mom. And it gives me a reason to use those hashtags and kind of bring that stuff to life as well. Also tagging locations, and also giving shout outs to people. Like, if you see something on a page, guys, that's incredible, that will help you expand your reach as well. And people love when you shout them out. People love it when you shout them out. Okay, T, go ahead. Finish.
I was just going to say, yeah, she does that to me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you're shouting me out. It makes me feel so good. And when you do that to other people, it will too. And one thing I'm going to say is, one thing that has helped me is to find something more that I am than just this business. And that's what my beauty influencing is to me. It started as a hobby, and it's turned into something that, like, I had a girl today that found my page, and the next thing you know, I get an email notification because I have my website in the description. She signed up and ordered. Never had talked to her before. Never.
I love
and
it.
that's just what it can do for you. So it doesn't have to be beauty. Okay, find you something that you enjoy and that is a release for you. Maybe it's cooking, maybe it's makeup, maybe it's just blogging, maybe it's talking about other businesses, maybe you want to have a reviewing page. Maybe I've been telling Summer Love forever, and yeah, I'm going to call you out. Sorry about this. Is couponing. She's a couponer. You would never know she was a couponer.
Her and Brittany need to get together. I just talked Brittany into making a page for her couponing like Monday?
Yeah. See? and that's why I'm saying that's a way you can outreach, because so many people want to know how to do it and they don't know how. So find your niche. Find something that you enjoy. Maybe you want to talk about, maybe you want to have a drama channel. Do you know how big those are on YouTube? You just, don't like overthink it, but find something that you can like step back and have something for you, so you don't feel like you're just working at your job, you're working at your house cleaning, you're working doing this, doing that, and then you're working Thrive. Like, you have to find something for you. Okay. And that's what makeup is for me. And it's turned into just me getting on there and talking about makeup and this and that. And they like my personality and they see me excited and energized. Why are you so excited and energized? It's a sticker right here. Have you ever heard of it? Send me a message later, girl. I'll tell you all about it. It's that simple. And then I go right back to my makeup. So find you something for you, grow in a group, get in one group, grow in that group, make friends, focus on being a good friend, and then you'll just blossom.
I
Thank you
love
so
that.
much for having me on there.
Thank you, dear. Let me get the spotlight off of you so you don't feel all awkward. I know it can be like a lot. All right, now I'm going to have to find Stacy and bring her on. You guys, I hope you're taking tons of notes because, the thing is that on a daily basis, you are going to get bored if you're literally like, all you're focused on is what customer you're going to sign today or what promoter you're going to sign today or anything. If you're doing the action steps and you're reaching out to people and you're sparking those conversations and you're genuinely care about them and, you're building those relationships. Chas says something all the time and she was just like, we do life together, guys. Like, we're not just in this business together. Like, we do life together. And I can tell you this, we have a young lady on our team that was just diagnosed with stage 4 cervical cancer this past week. And like my heart is broken, and just lifting her in prayers. And I want you guys to realize that it becomes more of a family. And, we can get through this together if you kind of hang around with us and we all share ideas and we all love each other and respect each other and share this stuff and lift each other's up and tell each other our strengths that we don't necessarily see. That's something for me. It took me a long time to say, what's my niche? And I was like, I can't really cook all that well. I make funny makeup videos. I can do it okay sometimes. I was like, what is my niche? And what I realized is that I'm really good at doing is I'm really good about making people feel good. Like, I'm really good about motivating people and guiding them through and believing in them and seeing those special things about people that they're not seeing in themselves. And I just straight up tell people, I'm like, do you realize how incredible you are and how much you have to bring to the table? And they may not ever, want to be in this business for longer than that. But if that changes their life and they go out and they pursue something that they're fulfilling their dreams, then by golly, they were on this team and on this mission and on this journey with me for a reason, to teach me something and allow me to teach them. So I want you guys to realize you don't have to be somebody that it is super artistic or creative or anything, but I will tell you that allowing yourself to have a hobby and to really kind of develop yourself in that. Now, let me clear this. I'm still looking for Stacy, by the way, as I'm scrolling through here. You don't replace your business. As I said, you work and you do your action steps, and then you grow in those areas and you expand. Oh gosh, Stacy, there are so many people on. I'm trying to find you. Listen, will you unmute yourself? Maybe that will. Oh, there we go. Wait, where's she at?
You can just skip the video part, and that would be perfectly fine. And then you could just have my voice. I'm totally good with that.
Oh no, that's not how we roll.
Oh my God.
Look at her cool background. No, but seriously, guys, Stacy is going to blow your minds. I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't have pen and paper to this point, well, first of all, you definitely needed it, but you need it now too. And Stacy, I'm just going to let you roll with it because we already discussed like what we were going to talk about. And also if you could initiative of it, but also if you could tell people a little bit about posting, like the kind of, what I'm talking about.
Okay, I'm just going to roll with it because I don't know what you mean by posting, but I'm sure you'll kind of guide me in the right direction.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. So you guys, first off, this is what I want to say. Listen, Genius Things by Brittany, by Talissa, by Amanda. And I have to tell you guys, the beauty of this business is but I'm probably really loud right now because I get really excited for these things. The beauty of this business is that there are 1,000 ways to the beach. And I've been saying this for like, I don't know, the past 3 weeks nonstop. So many different people can be successful in this business. Talissa is a makeup guru. I put the same eyeshadow on from my eyebrows down to my, like, the bottom of my lids, and I drive her nuts, and we're both successful. You know, it's so super neat to watch that. So taking those little hints and tips, y'all, if you're not seeing the success that you want, take these golden nuggets and apply them, because it might be time to implement something new. So I think that is really, really awesome. Yeah, shower curtain. You guys, this was $11 on Walmart.com. I'm not even gonna lie, $11. This has gotten me customers. It sounds so stupid, but people are like, oh my God, where did you get that thing? And I'm like, this whole thing, $11. So Amanda, I think you wanted me to start talking about like daily IPAs and kind of how I do it with my team and how we work it. Is that right?
Yes, yes, yes. Because, you know, we're talking about these power hours, and there's lots of people on here that they're not able to get up. Maybe they have to work, you know, maybe at 6 a.m. It's 3 a.m. their time. I know Twin also does one Pacific time for her team a lot of times in the morning. But just the idea for everybody that is on here across the playing board, say they can't get on a power hour in the morning. What do they need to be focused on doing, and what do you tell your team to do?
Okay, so I think the most important thing for me, I am, as much as I like to deny it, I am super, super crazy green too. I'm super, super organized. That's how my brain works. So I might scare some of you guys when I talk about this if you're not organized, but here's a huge secret. Get organized. You need to have a green on your team. You need to have organization. You need to figure out a way to get your life together. Here's the deal. At the end of the day, if you want that 200K paycheck, if you want that 80K paycheck, the only way you're going to get it is by putting in the work. Nobody just like literally took an airplane and dropped on the top of a mountain and got a 200K paycheck. They all put in all the same blood, sweat, and tears. They heard the no's. They got up an hour early. They stayed up an hour later. They had to say no to some things in their life, guys. They had to say no to that ski weekend if it was every single weekend. They had to, you know, just utilize their time right. So from the beginning, I've been a task list person, and we've been doing this forever, since I very, very first started. And I create new task lists for my team, or our leaders do, every few weeks, just so we don't get repetitive, so they don't get boring. And a lot of the tasks every single day are the exact same. So I don't have a way to drop in the pictures, but I'll give you guys an example. And the first person up on the East Coast in my team chat drops the daily task list right in there like that. And everybody starts working. And you guys, this works. I'm not a huge believer in color personalities, because I feel like it allows people to box themselves in and make excuses why they're not strong at certain things. But what I will tell you is task lists work for every single personality type, because reds are competitive and they want to get that ish done. Six list, same thing, Lisa. Reds are competitive. They want to get that stuff done. They want to get it done better than you and before you, okay? Yellows will do it just to appease you. They're going to get it done because they want to make you proud. Greens are going to get it done because we're task list oriented people. And then blues will get it done because it's something fun and they get to check it off and put it back in the chat. So I found it to be very successful. Every single morning it works the same way. And we start off with our task list. And the very first thing on every one of our task lists in the morning is personal development. And my team knows it's like minimum 10 to 15 minutes a day of personal development, just digging in, whether it's a video or anything like that. And then adding quality friends every single day to your network, however you want to do that, whether it's on social media, out and about thritzing, you know, person to person at the grocery, having an in-home living room local, whatever it is, but adding friends to your network. Birthdays, I always do birthdays. And you guys, I am full on, I have the worst old man smoking 27 cigars a day voice. And I do Snapchat videos every single day for birthdays, and I personalize them. And if I can do that, you can do that. You can have 5 minutes in your time, and you don't even have to put a name. You can just say, happy birthday, dear friend, and use the same one for everybody. Just change it up once a year. You look really cheesy, okay? Follow-ups every single day on that list. And then I have 2 that are very unique to my team, but one is an original interactive, and the second is 5 things. And if any of you guys know who I am, I've been preaching that forever. Like, that's my jam. 5 things, attraction marketing, pulling people into your world. I don't have 4 bazillion friends. I'm not a multi-billionaire yet, but I will tell you guys that you bring people into your adventure. And that's why those 2 things are on that list. Having an original interactive allows me to fast track and speed date with people in my network, people that I'm trying to create relationships with. And I use relevant questions that I'm really interested about. Like for instance, my husband spilled super glue. He's still going to die for this, but he spilled super glue on my kitchen counter. And like, I take that moment and I'm like, bam, take it to Facebook. You guys, what do I do? Help me. And I don't know how nobody's caught on for 3.5 years that I've been doing interactives like this every single day, but everybody wants to help. That's what humans do. And then the other one is 5 things. So 5 things, figuring out what you're passionate about, interests, likes, things that get you ticking, things that, you know, make you crazy. I post about those things every single day about me. Like Talissa said, you will see, and we're both successful. I do post a Thrive product post every single day, one way or another. I do post about my opportunity every single day, one way or another. I do not limit it to 2 to 3 posts a day. And we're both successful because everything that we post is relevant. Everything that we post is amazing. But my page is all Stacy with a sprinkle of Thrive. And then the rest of the tasks on that list, we switch off every single day. So it might be something like the product post, or jump on a power hour, or go remove yourself from groups that you're not active in so that it's not affecting your algorithm. It could be hugs and high fives for 20 minutes, which basically means go like and interact with your potentials. Those are our task lists. And my team is so incredibly motivated this way. They love to be able to check those things off. Humans like to check things off. A lot of them do for one reason or another. And that's what you see through there's no chit chat. Nobody's sharing pictures of their dogs in our chat. People cross it off. They finish their list and like, bam, done. And they're excited about that every single day. So that's what we do in the mornings. And we do that 7 days a week. And it's a funny competition because my East Coasters like to see who can get up the earliest and get that task list in there before anybody else. So kind of neat. And I share like when we remake them, we share them with our leaders, and then they're the ones that kind of continue to filter them through our team. What was the next thing, Amanda?
I said about the posting, but you kind of went over that. You went over that, and what she's meaning by those 5 things, you know, it's kind of like Talissa was saying, you know, what are those things that people are starting to identify you for? You know, what are those things that you love? You know, I could sit here and tell you different stuff about so many different people on our team. You know, and I'll tell you, Kristen Rowlett, you know, her posting about her hiking and trips on the beach. And I mean, she does. Stacy said it the other day. She's kind of got an unfair advantage there. Okay. Cause she's like on the top, like holding the moon in Hawaii. Okay. Like for real, awesome shots, you know, and underwater shots and all kinds of craziness. But the thing is that I live in West Virginia. I took a shot of my dog getting sleet on today. You know, I saw Heather Mikowski post a little bit ago. Like, honestly, that's a huge interactive post. If you go to her page right now, you can go and see, it looks like she's snowed completely in. I mean, it's like snowmageddon there. It's like, holy moly, right? And you guys, those are the kind of things, sharing those kind of things in your life, that's like the kind of stuff that is like allowing people in, you know, and that's how people are going to start relating to you. And here's the thing, is like, yes, most people just share their highlight reels on a daily basis. And negativity, like if you've got negativity on your page, here's the thing. There's a difference between negativity, okay, and somebody that's sharing something that they are going through. There is a difference. Your life does not have to be perfect, but you need to learn how to start focusing on the silver lining, guys. Okay. You have to start focusing on the silver lining if you're going through something. Like, look, there's times that I have to delete post. There's times I will do a live and I will just flip out. Okay. And I have to delete it or make it only to me. That is called growth. All right. That is growth. And what you're going to find as time goes on, you can put stuff up there. Controversial stuff. Listen, I'm going to tell you, Stacy put some of the most controversial things out there ever. But let me tell you something. You ever hear that saying, you teach people how to treat you? Okay. Let me tell you something. I don't know about you, but I'm not going to go on Stacy's post and start attacking people's thoughts and theories. I'm like, she says it straight up, like, no disrespect. Like,
people listen, they just do, because they know I'm a good-hearted person. They trust me. They know I'm trying to generate conversation and get to know people. So I straight up just say, like, no drama. but let's talk about this because everybody wants to talk about this. People are scared to talk about like buzz topics, and I'm just not. And that's, I mean, love me or hate me, that's just kind of how it is. The other thing I was going to say, Amanda, too, that you brought up, so if you can't get on a power hour, and I can put this to, I think it's in Level Up that I had put like 75 different task lists for you guys to just choose from, save a couple to your phone. I can put, 7 days ones, whatever, on Dream Team or whatever. But another thing that we have is I have suggestions for IPAs during power half hours. Y'all, if you can't get on one with somebody else, you can definitely get on one by yourself. And I'm going to tell you guys, power half hours for me are life. My life is busy. Life problems don't go away just because you hit 200K or you hit 80K. You're still going to have death, divorce, disease, drugs, distance. You're going to have all of those crazy D things. It doesn't go away because you hit 200K. You still have to find ways, even though Derek and I are both home full-time working this business, it's sometimes harder for us to allocate time to figure that out. So I have a list, and I can put this too in the Dream Team and wherever else. But this is something that when I do a power hour, I have this right next to me. It tells me, okay, I'm going to send some kind messages right now. I'm going to go interact on Instagram. I'm going to update my potentials list, and I'm just going to go through it. And I'm going to do those things until I run out of 30 minutes. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not going to get up to pee. I'm not going to let my dogs out. I'm not going to make a snack. I'm not going to respond to any messages. I'm going to focus for 30 minutes. I'm going to intentionally build my business, and no one is going to, make me veer from that at all whatsoever.
Oh, Stacy, you said something right there about she's not going to open her messages. Okay, I'm going to tell you, when I'm doing power hours or power half hours, I don't respond to anybody. Okay, because I'm in the zone, and you will get caught off guard. And I'll tell you, in the morning times when I send my birthday messages, I can tell you by the time that power hour is over half of the people have already messaged me back and thanked me and started a conversation with me. And it's crazy because I was like, who's going to be up at 6? Everybody is. I was like, I guess I've been missing this entire group of people because I don't get up in the mornings. So now I'm getting up in the morning. So Stacy, go ahead. Sorry.
And see, even that, like, everybody can be different. Like, I am, anybody that knows me knows, like, I bust my butt. I put in a lot into this business, into my team. I try to help everybody I can and whatever else. But you're not seeing me at 4 o'clock in the morning on a power hour when it's East Coast 6 a.m. It's just not happening. And I don't feel guilty for that because I make that time up elsewhere. Now, granted, I'm up at 4:30 in the morning, but I work from my bed, and I don't want to see people at 4 o'clock in the morning. Not for nothing. Like, I'm not wearing my Black Label yet. I don't want to see them. The other thing, Amanda, you touched on real quick, and then I'll shut up, is you guys, you have to play games with your own brain. When you're talking about income producing activities, you have to play games with your own brain. I wake up every single day and I make a new task list. I change the font, I change the color because I want to be exciting, and this is as exciting as my life gets, right? And I make sure that I have my personal stuff up top and all my business stuff I need to accomplish today. I put the worst thing that I don't want to do on the top of the list to make sure I get it done first. Whatever is super hard, and then I play games with myself. I tell myself I've got to get through my task list, halfway through my task list, before I earn myself my bubble tub. And then my bubble tub I'm using for my power hour or my follow-ups or whatever it is. And then I put my phone away for 30 minutes, and that is my time. That is when I'm listening to music, I'm listening to personal development, but you've got to play games with yourself. You can't just, yes, you can work this in the nooks and crannies, absolutely, positively. I'm not a big buyer into subscribing to the theory that everybody needs an accountability partner, because let's be real, when you're 200K, nobody's getting you up to wake you up. Nobody's going to tell you to go help your team. Nobody's going to help you enroll to get your PPA up and earn the lifestyle getaways. I'm not a big subscriber to that theory, but I am a huge subscriber to the theory that you have got to play mental games with yourself, because it's the teeny tiny tedious tasks that get old that nobody wants to do. Those are the tasks that are going to get you to 200K and keep you there and get you to that millionaires club. The stuff that nobody wants to do is the first stuff that needs to be done. I'm done.
I just love you so much, because it's so true, guys. Like, the reality of it is and Stacey, I'm actually glad you mentioned that, because people do post, when I post about these 6 a.m. power hours, the thing is, guys, is that's my choice. That's me wanting to get up and be accountable for me. And I want everybody to join me that wants to join me. If you want to get up at 6 a.m. your time and do a power hour, then by golly, go post it on whatever page you're on. Say, who wants to join me at 6 a.m.? Okay. You have to learn to start saying, you know what? I've got to fill my cup up. And just because nobody else maybe wants to join me at 6 a.m., by golly, I need to do it. So I need to set my alarm and I need to get my butt out of bed. And listen, I set my alarm for 5:30 and 5:35, and it said, my snooze button says, your team is waiting. Get your butt up.
Oh, I love that. I love that. That's so
So guess what? My butt's up. And I'm like, I don't want to let anybody down. So I'm there. And you better believe it, every morning so far, I've been there, and I'm not always fully awake, and I normally have a blanket over my head, and I'm like this, and I'm like, don't talk to me yet. But I'm there, and I'm sending out my messages, and I'm getting my pictures, and I'm getting my stories up, and I'm doing more and getting more productive, and I'm meeting a whole bunch of new people. So I want you to realize that you don't have to do an hour. You can do a half hour. You can do 15 minutes here, 15 minutes there. The fact is that before the end of the day is done, your list needs to get checked off as much as possible before you're rewarded. Just like Talissa mentioned with coming up with a, she's got to have, so much that she's doing on a daily basis, and she's got to do all of these things. She's got to be able to check those things off in order to be able to move on. Stacy, she's got to have this list that she does their first thing first, and like her hardest thing or the thing she looks less. Listen, I hate follow-ups. Okay. I hate follow-ups, especially with the wishy-washy follow-ups. Like the people I know, like I can pretty much tell if somebody's really going to order or not. I don't mind following up with them because let's face it, I already know that they're going to be ordering, right? But it's the people that have been like dragging it out that I'm following up with that I just hate sometimes following up with. And I hate reaching out to I hate messaging people, but I'm going to give you one tip and then we're going to wrap this up, I promise, unless there's anything like yearning that people need to say, because I don't want to go too much longer because it's already 10. I do want to say this because I think that a lot of people are not messaging people because they're afraid to message people. First off, birthdays are your in. Go to your birthdays. You go to events on Facebook, click events, then click calendar. There's your birthdays for the day. Shoot those babies out every morning. Start there. You got to start somewhere. Start there. Send those birthday messages. Check on their timeline, guys. Look and see. Make sure they're active. If they're not, it's time to remove them. If they haven't posted since 2013, guess what? They probably have another Facebook, okay? And this is a way for you to start getting their inbox, okay? This is a way for you to baby step your way in. Same thing with Instagram. If somebody new followed you, shoot them a message and thank them for following you, and you're looking forward to continuing to follow their page. Or you can go look at their page and compliment them on their page. But it's a way for you to get into their inbox. You can also hashtag birthday on hashtag my birthday on Instagram, and you can shoot people birthday messages that you're friends with as well. So anyways, hold on. My favorite thing I learned was about stories. You respond to someone's story, it goes right to the yes, absolutely. If you respond to somebody's story, it goes right to their inbox. If you shout them out and tag them, it'll say somebody mentioned you in their story and you have to approve it. It just gets a good way. Polls, putting questions up. I like to ask people about movies to watch. That's like a real simple one. You guys, you can go to Pinterest and you can type in, listen, okay, I swear, I promise, last thing. You can go to, Stacy, do you have anything else that you want to say?
Nope. I'll put everything that I can think of to put on the, I'll just make sure I put it on all the team pages that I can.
Okay. All right. I love you so much.
I love you.
But what I was going to say was Pinterest, you can get a layout for helping you get on a schedule of ideas of things that you can post on Instagram every day, ideas of things that will help you post on Facebook every day, ideas of things that'll help you with Instagram stories. Like, you guys, there are so many resources that you just have to look. And don't get stuck in this zone. Spend 15 minutes. I like to learn something new every day. And today, my something new that I learned, applied, and then taught my team was from Stalking Natasha. She's got Linktree and a Linktree link, and you can add like multiple different links so that I could have people go to my blog. I could have people go to my Thrive 123. I could have people follow me on Facebook or follow me on my, my Facebook blog page. But anyways, it's a way for people to click multiple different links, and she's incredible and a good one to follow, right? So you want to start learning something new every day. Take 10, 15 minutes, learn something, go and apply it. Okay. But don't just start learning and never applying, because your business isn't going to grow and you're going to get stuck in management mode, and that is not productive or a way to grow your business. So anyways, I think we have been talking way. I could just keep on going all night long. I hope that this Zoom helped all of you guys tonight. I hope that we've given you some different ideas. The biggest thing, guys, is that get up, get consistent, make yourself a list. It doesn't have to be my list, Talissa's list, Stacy's list, or one of Brittany's lists. It can be your own unique. You need to get dishes done, put that on the list. You need to do laundry, put that on the list. You need to make your beds and clean your room, put that on the list. You need to take your kid. This is why they tell you calendars are absolutely needed. Like, I have a guy that messaged me today. He said, "Are you free at 4 p.m. tomorrow?" I have no clue who this man is, but he's wanting to know more about my business. And guess what? I go to his page and I see he's definitely been a speaker before. I know he's doing stuff. Okay, let me take a look at my calendar and see that I'm open during that time, because I don't want to schedule an important call with somebody when I might be taking my kids somewhere, or I might be doing something else. So keep track of stuff. Start checking it off. Get accountable. Put your running shoes on, because I'm going to tell you that if you're serious, your business and your lives can change over the next few months if you get to work and start treating this like a business instead of a hobby. So I love you guys, and I appreciate you, and I hope everybody learned something, and have an amazing night. Bye, guys.